How do we take Fluent Form submissions on one website and send them to another website that has Fluent CRM? That's the topic of today's quick tutorial and a question that I've gotten quite a bit in the last week. So I want to address it really quickly and show you how easy it is to send data between websites in case you're like me and you want to have your primary marketing blog site over here and a separate membership email marketing funnel website over here. And if you're curious why you might want to do that, well, I have a post at Convology where I talk about why I use a subdomain for my courses and membership website. And that's also where I have Fluent CRM, which handles all of my email marketing and CRM needs. Let's go to our main site and let's create a new form just for purposes of our testing here. You can use any form that you have. You don't really need to do a lot here. You just need to put a form together. There's no special settings or tricks that you have to do on the setup. Just build the form however you want it, because then we're going to go to the next step. We'll keep ours super simple for this test. We have a first name and an email. I could put in radio buttons or drop downs or check boxes where people can select what they're interested in and things like that. I have another video that talks about how you can do the dynamic tagging between Fluent CRM and Fluent Forms with those checkboxes and inputs so that people can self-segment themselves. I'll put a link to that video in the description. But for us, our form is complete for this purpose, so we're just going to go to Settings and Integrations. Now, where we're looking for is the webhook option here on the left. The webhook option might be a pro feature, so you might need to get pro. There's a link for that in the description as well. Now, when you're in the webhook section, you're going to want to click Add New. And here's where we're going to put together our webhook of data that we're going to send over to Fluent CRM. Go ahead and give it whatever name you want. I'm going to call mine Fluent CRM Lead Gen. And now we need to get our webhook URL. The webhook URL is going to come from our Fluent CRM site, so we'll jump over there in a second. Let's just finish the settings here first. We're going to choose post because that's how Fluent CRM receives their data. And we can leave this as form, no headers, all fields, and we don't need conditional logic for this. But if you wanted to use conditional logic, just check the box, and then you can choose what options in your form need to be filled out or not in order for this webhook to get passed. Now let's jump over to our site that has Fluent CRM on it. For me, this is my membership site where I do all of my email marketing. We're looking under Fluent CRM for settings, incoming webhooks, and then we want to create a webhook. You can give the webhook whatever name you want. We'll call this Fluent Forms Lead Gen. And you can choose what lists, tags, and what status people are added to. For me, I'll just say that these people are joining my newsletter. We won't worry about tagging them, and the status can be subscribed. And then you click Create. And here, if you scroll down, you can click Update. And now you want to copy this webhook right here. This is what we need to take back over to our Fluent Forms website. Now we just paste in our webhook URL that we got from Fluent CRM and click Create Webhook Feed. Let's give this a test. We can do it right here in our preview field and click Submit Form. And now back on our Fluent CRM course site or membership site or whatever you're using the secondary site for that has your Fluent CRM installation, maybe you're just using it for Fluent CRM, you can see that the test user went through, the list went through, and our test was successful. So it's super easy. That's all there is to it. You can see it's actually not really hard to do the cross-site or the webhook format of having Fluent CRM on one website and Fluent Forms on another. And yeah, you've probably picked up on this already. You can use this method to send a webhook from any tool on any website or any platform into Fluent CRM. To the question that I keep getting of, where should I put my Fluent CRM installation? Does it need to be on my primary website? Can I put it on another domain? Well, the answer is you can practically put it anywhere you want. There are some subtle nuances and some conveniences that you have by having Fluent CRM be on a particular website. One particular example is if you have a WooCommerce website where you're doing lots of sales and you have transaction data and you're building automations, it's infinitely easier and in some case required for you to have Fluent CRM be on the exact same website as WooCommerce, because there's a lot of automations that get triggered based on that data being able to talk to each other. But otherwise, that's really all there is to this setup. If you have any questions about how to use Fluent CRM and Fluent Forms together, that's what I'm here for. Please leave a comment or head over to Convology and drop me a message, and I'd be happy to help you out.